So now I'd like to throw some buildings onto this map to see which ones were in these hotter areas. So we're gonna go back to the awesome community data set page, and we're gonna look at the community catalog, and we're gonna go after it is it population? And this, we're looking for basically something that says global ML building footprints. And so this came from Microsoft Bing Maps, where between 2014 and 21, they used this high resolution imagery with machine learning to basically pick out all of the buildings basically in the world. It's kind of and then they publicly released it. Pretty, pretty amazing. And so what we're going to do is, I think, start with this one, a list of all the countries and assets, and we're going to use this because I think it's set up for, yeah, we'll go there. We'll get there. But so wait a minute. Did I totally jump ahead? Did I? Yeah, I did totally jump ahead. So let me go back to here and say, get the building footprints, and then go back to here, paste that in, and then I'm going to go back to the global ML and I'm going to grab this and I'm going to go back to here. And it looks like I've already got this started. So I'm just going to paste over that EE folder and then I'm going to print it. And what do we get? Um, so we've got the buildings and then here, and we've got an object with assets and it has all of these buildings in it. But you'll notice that most of these are tables, but every once in a while you get a folder. And for the US, we see that it's actually a folder. So I'm just going to add the .us and run this again and peek inside what's in that folder. And you now see that we have the 51 states, because I guess Washington, no, Puerto Rico, what's the 51st? Um, Anyway, I guess it's DC. Really, Puerto Rico is not listed, but DC is. I'll have to talk. That seems not right. But anyway, um, okay. So I was going to do something after this probably. Yeah. So we have the USA. So now we need to basically grab California, and that's this. And so in a way, we could just. I think we could just grab this ID there, right? And then we can say that we want to create a feature collection from that ID. Is that all right? And then if I hit run, we should, and I'm just going to print, and rather than say building size, I'm going to say building first because I think there's probably a lot of buildings in California, and so it's probably going to take a really long time. If we were going to ask it to count up and answer the fun trivia, how many buildings are there in California? But you see that we've just basically got a polygon here. It's a one feature. It doesn't have a lot of properties associated with it. So there's no function or purpose to these in the sense that you don't know if it's a residential building or a barn or a greenhouse or anything. It's just a building footprint that a machine was able to identify automatically from a lot of imagery. So then we don't need all of California, right? Let's just grab the buildings that are filter bounds or AOI, right? Or area of interest. And so if I run that, I can probably, at this point, it's still going to get mad at me for doing this, but I'm going to say, give me the size and see if it can give me a number there to tell me how many buildings are in our study area here. And while it's thinking about that, let's go ahead and set it up so that we can add this layer to the map. I'm going to say, look, there's 15,262 buildings in our study area. So then I'm going to say map, add layer, going to try to say map add layer, and then these are buildings. And I'm just not going to bother. It's going to automatically display black, and that's fine. And I'm going to say building footprints. Right, so that just the empty curly cues are just saying, I know I'm supposed to put something there, but I don't feel like doing it, so do whatever your default is, and then I'm going to say false. And I'm going to hit run. And what we should now get is, if I asked it to, um, it's going to draw the burn severity, and then it's going to take a while, and it's going to take a while for that barn to go, but you see them starting to get drawn in, and those are all the building footprints that Microsoft picked up in their big data scraping exercise of imagery. So that's cool, and I'm going to say save, and then I'm going to move on.